Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarel van Grinnen, aka Mr. VG. And what a wonderful day to do financial mathematics. And I hope that by the end of this lesson, you would stay so far away from hire purchase agreements as you would stay away from someone that's been diagnosed with COVID. Okay? I hope that this will make you completely immune to those attacks from the financial sectors that want you to buy on hire purchase. What is hire purchase? Let's use an example to explain hire purchase. Joanne decides to buy a computer on a hire purchase agreement. The cost price of the computer is 15,000 Rand. The agreement has the following stipulations: 15% deposit required, an interest rate of 10% per annum, and a 3-year payback period. First question: calculate the deposit she will have to pay. Second question: determine the total amount she will repay on this agreement. And the third question is calculate her monthly repayments. So, I want you to try the sum yourself first and then watch the rest of the video. So first of all, let's analyze this question. Joanne decides to buy a computer on a hire purchase agreement. Now, a hire purchase agreement, ladies and gentlemen, basically means that you pay a small deposit or you pay a deposit, then that item gets placed in your hands so you can take it home. But then you spend the next 2 or 3 years repaying that item, and if you stop paying it, they just come and take it back and you've got nothing to show for it. So the way I would like to explain a hire purchase to you is by, let's take a balloon. A balloon that initially is worth 15,000 Rand. So that would be the value of your computer. So if you walked into the shop with 15,000 Rand, then there you will get your computer. Fantastic, awesome. But now, first of all, you don't pay the 15,000 Rand. You only pay a deposit. So the deposit is going to let out some of the air that's inside of your balloon. How much worth of air? Well, 15%. So I'm going to basically say 15% of 15,000 Rand. So grab that calculator of yours and calculate 15% of that. Remember, you can put this in as a fraction, 15 over 100, which is 2,250 Rand. So this means, ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the balloon, 15,000 Rand, I've let out 2,250 Rands worth of air, and now I am owing them 12,750 Rand. So my balloon has shrunk a little bit, okay? But it's still a big balloon, okay? It's 12,750 Rand in there. But the company is not just going to give me that computer and say, oh, you know what, just pay us the 12,750 Rand. They are going to now, step by step, going to start putting in more air into that balloon. And what they are going to put into the balloon, of course, is going to be interest. Because they say, we are taking a risk by giving this to you. We don't actually know whether you're going to pay it or not, but we trust you. Okay? So now there's going to be a bicycle pump that's going to start pumping up this balloon. Okay, take that picture in your mind. And how much interest am I going to pay? The interest per year, according to the sum, is 10% per annum. So every year there's going to be 10% of what you still owe them, which is 12,750 Rand. And this is going to mean that every year they're basically going to pump that amount of air into the balloon. But for how much? For how much are they going to then pump into in total? In total, they are going to pump 3 years worth of air into that balloon. So they are going to add 3,825 Rands worth of air into the balloon, which means that my balloon is now going to be worth a lot more, because it started off after I paid the deposit, 12,750 Rand. Then they add 3,825 Rand. So therefore, you owe them 16,575 Rand. Let's just stop for a moment and remember, we also paid 2,250 Rand initially. So that means there's about 6,000 Rand that you are paying for this on top of that 12,750. So in total, you are going to pay about 18,800 Rand. Okay, let that sink in a little bit. So what is happening? Initially, remember, you loaned 12,750 from them. They add interest, and not just a little bit, but they add 3,825 Rands worth of interest. So therefore, you now have to repay 16,575 Rand. And this is now going to be your monthly repayments. So every month, I'm going to have to let out a little bit of air from my big balloon. And how many repayments are there going to be? Well, monthly, that's important. Remember, it's 3 years. So there's going to be 36 months worth of repayments. So I'm going to then say that 16,000 Rand, 16,575 divided by 36. So that is 460 Rand and 42 cents. So every month you are going to let out a little bit of air out of your big balloon. This doesn't seem like a lot, and that is the catch with hire purchase, ladies and gentlemen. This is the catch. They don't want it to seem like a lot, so therefore they catch you. Oh, it's 460 Rand a month. That's nothing. So therefore, I want to sign it because it's better than taking out 15,000 Rand now. Ladies and gentlemen, 10%, the interest rate that I used here is very low. In reality, hire purchase agreements can be charged between 20-25% interest per year up to 35 or 40%. They can make up basically any percentage increase as long as they tell you as the customer what percentage they charge. But most of our South African customers are not financially savvy enough to actually look at that and to actually understand what that means. So they just look at the final amount and go, woo, I can afford this. Easy, man. This is so easy. I can afford $500 or $600 a month. And when they sign on the dotted line and the company is laughing all the way to the bank, please please stay away from hire purchase as far as you can, unless you've got no other choice. Unless there's, let's say, an emergency and you urgently need a fridge because of load shedding, your fridge broke, now you don't have 10,000 Rand. But please, also, remember, these guys just want to sell you something. So maybe you just need an 8,000 Rand fridge, but they're going to try and sell you a 15,000 Rand fridge. Why, man? You can afford that per month. Man, come on, buy it. But they don't care about you. They just care about your money. Ladies and gents, this is Mr. VG signing out. Have a beautiful and amazing rest of your day. Keep well. Cheers.